So what years were you technically, maybe just pick the longest stretch, but what years were you here?
I was here from the late 70s to the early 90s, and then again from the mid 90s to the early 2000s, and then again in the mid 2000s.
You really couldn't stay away, could you?
Well, I did keep coming back, yes.
What are your memories of this? Are there things that stand out for you still, or maybe just an overall memory? But what sticks with you these years later?
Well, I remember always the excitement here at Broadcast Park. There was always something going on. There is always something going on. Back when I started in the late 70s, it was the Dr. Max show. And the kids came in the afternoon, and the big boom microphones and the cameras, and Dr. Max was something that everyone watched here in Eastern Iowa. And there was the radio stations were together at this time, so there were many activities at the same time. So, and the political candidates would come in, so you'd meet a lot of different people.
Yeah, still a lot of people who came up to you and recognized you.
Well, it's kind of strange coming back to town here just this weekend. You notice people, looking at me, and I'm not used to that anymore. But
I know that guy.
Yeah, and so it's kind of strange thinking, do I have something wrong? They recognize me from TV.
That's funny. Any storms during those times that stand out to you? Was there anything during the time that you were here that really stood out in your memory as an especially crazy night or time?
Well, there was one night where it was not supposed to be a severe weather night, but I decided I was going to stay because I didn't know for sure what was going to happen. And everybody went home, and it was like 2:30 in the morning. And everything started breaking out, and it started in Waterloo, and the sirens were going off there. And I was going on the air here at Broadcast Park, and it was me and the master control person here. That's the only people that were here. And the storms came down to Cedar Rapids, and the sirens went off, and we had all sorts of damage. And I think I went home at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't talk the next day. So that one sticks out because it took so much physically out of me. Of course, we had staff come in, after the sirens went off, and I couldn't call anybody because I was on the air for radio and TV at the same time.